For this morning's lesson to Scotland, I'm getting ready by having my iPhone set up, since this connection otherwise is not very good on the regular iMac. So here's my iMac, and you can see that what I'm going to do is, if I want to tape segments of the lesson, I'm going to use Quicktime. Quicktime allows me to record parts of the lesson. It has nothing to do with being online via the iPhone, because that's how I've maneuvered the keyboard. You can see the whole keyboard on that iPhone from her perspective. But while I'm online with a student, again, I can simultaneously on the iMac, since I won't be using the iMac for FaceTime but only the iPhone, I can record parts of her lesson and have utter control over it, because if I use a camcorder, it kind of keeps running behind me, but this allows me to do segmented recordings of parts of the lesson. That's the QuickTime player that I click, and it gives me different views that I have set up, pre-set up with my webcams. I'm going to look at another view now, so I can switch over to a side view for myself if I want to do parts of a lesson recording. That's a side view. That's my second camera. There's also another camera that's built into the iMac, and that is the FaceTime camera. So let's see what that gives me. Let's see if you can see it here. It's the FaceTime camera. There, click. Oh, there I am. Here's the FaceTime camera, and I'm aiming the camera, my camcorder, at myself. But that'll be the view from the FaceTime camera. So I can record either from the perspective of the FaceTime internal camera or the one that's here on the music stand. You can see the, this is the Logitech camera. Has nothing to do, by the way, with the transmission that will come through the iPhone. That's going to be the lesson today through the iPhone. This will only be used if I do segmented recording. That will be one view. The other is now on FaceTime view. That's the internal camera. And finally, to conclude this video, which is kind of shaky, we'll once again show the overhead view. And most students like that overhead view because they can see the fingers, they can correlate their fingering to the notes on the score, and you can do a lot of good work. It doesn't show as much wrist motion though. Like when you're on the lateral view, you can show more supple wrist motions and demonstrate the supple wrist a little better, I think, than the overhead view. But the overhead view, I think, by and large, is the most popular view that students like. So I'm signing off and getting ready for my next lesson.